Oh shit.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Louie.
And this is the duck season review by
Barefoot Gaming.
So Stress Level Zero put this game out. They also did Hover Junkies, in case you're familiar with any of their other stuff. But we're not talking about Hover Junkies. We're talking about...
Duck Hunt.
It is, it's kind of Duck Hunt. Duck season is kind of like Duck Hunt.
You are the avatar behind the screen, and your job is to kill those damn ducks. But it's the way I feel about those ducks.
He's got a hatred towards the ducks and towards the dog that keeps holding up that. Well, in the Nintendo version,
yes,
he holds the duck up. Here he just kind of does a little posing.
That's
but it
right.
is a definite rip off or rip on of Duck Hunt.
When you first start off, the loading of the shotgun is a little strange. Getting familiar with just holding the shotgun just right so that you can actually hurt them is kill them, sorry, a little wonky, but you get used to it right away and it gets really fun.
So that brings me to the point of difficulty levels. There's 3 difficulty levels. You've got easy, normal, and hard. In easy, you don't have to worry about reloading. Every time you shoot, it's just shoot, 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 shoot. You have infinite bullets.
Semi-automatic.
Semi-automatic shotgun. You do still have to hold it with 2 hands, which feels a little weird to do. You're lining up and stuff, but you get used to it pretty quick.
Yeah.
As soon as you go into medium, like Louis was saying, you've got your reload mechanic that you have to worry about. Louis figured out a quicker way instead of me constantly pulling the trigger and trying to slide the bullet in the way it showed.
I discovered while just trying to load really quickly, if you pull the trigger to grab a shell and load it into the tube, you can actually just pull the trigger while your hand is in the virtual tube of the shotgun. Pull the trigger and let go, and it'll grab the shell and it'll load it in one quick, easy motion. Really good for the harder levels with lots more birds.
Yeah, and that's what they do. As it gets harder, more birds come at you, and all at once, right? The graphics. What do you think about the graphics?
They were cartoony, but I enjoy cartoony when it's cartoony on purpose.
And that carries forward in not just the shooting of the ducks, but when you're actually in your room and you're like the little kid whose mom rented duck season for one day. Another neat thing is when you're actually in the screen, you're in the screen. You can turn around and look. You can see yourself, like your little kid self, pointing with the gun at this screen. Without any spoilers, you can also see some pretty freaky looking things. As you get further and further, not only does the game get harder, but it gets darker.
Which means it may not be the perfect game for very young gamers.
Yeah, it could be something that could be a little disturbing.
I found it enjoyable. It was a neat break from the game. Apparently there's 7 different storylines you can go through, which really adds replayability to this game. And I like that because otherwise just shooting ducks, much fun as it was when I was a kid, I think now it would get a little bit dry a little quick. But with the storyline, I really enjoyed it.
So the game is $21.99 Canadian currently, and I'm gonna get straight to the review. Louis, how many terrifying floppy dudes in a dog costume? We don't actually know how floppy the dude is. That was worded incorrectly.
Yes, it was.
How many scary guys in a dog outfit chasing you down out of 5 would you give this game, and why?
I would give this 3 3/4, just because the different storylines add a lot of playability. It's fun in general, but the gameplay is just in one spot, and actually playing through the levels is exactly the same. The cinematics, while you're not actually playing the game, are a lot of fun, and they're weird, which I like, and so I can't really give it higher than that, but I did enjoy it.
I give this a 3 out of 5. I give it that because I actually found the part where you're in the house, kind of just looking around at the stuff that's happening. I found that more interesting than the actual shooting part. The shooting part is well done.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. It just, all you're doing is shooting birds that are bouncing back and forth. So what I'm getting at is, although the game itself is fun when you're shooting, I find it a little monotonous. It's very polished, it looks great. There's even the mechanics of after you shoot, the bird will fall out of a tube that kind of sits over your truck. Again, when you look backwards, it looks neat. Everything looks cool. The day and night cycle doesn't really change while you're in game. You're not going to get rain, you're not going to get anything like that. It'll always be the same. You'll just have a different number of ducks coming from different positions. And that actually gets wearing. It's fun for the first time through. I went through 9 levels the first time, 9 hours. You won't always, it'll vary.
Yes.
But after 9 hours, I was like, the shooting part is the part that I'm least interested in. I just got to figure out how to trigger The other parts that were kind of darker and weird,
just the cinematics.
That was more interesting to me than replaying it. I went through it again, and I mean, I'll probably go through it again. So like I said, it's got enough value at the price that it's worthwhile experience. This is not a $60 game. $21.99 is not an exorbitant amount of money to ask for an hour to 3 hours of gameplay. And I will put in more time into this game. So that's the review. However, I want to put a call out this time. I would love to hear what kind of reviews you want to see more of. We've kind of been jumping around, and we probably will continuously keep going from genre to genre. But if you want to see more horror, if you want to see more wave shooters, don't put us through too many more wave shooters, because we do need a break in between.
Yeah.
But I want to hear from you, so you can comment directly below, or you can get a hold of us at barefootreviews@gmail.com. And we always reach back whenever we can. If we miss it, we apologize. But that's it. That's the review for...
I'm going to say Duck Hunt again. That's what it is to me. I don't know.
It's duck season.
Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Duck season.
That's it. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you again real soon. See ya.